Well, at least the nightmare is almost over. At least now we no longer have to keep deluding ourselves into thinking the Lions had a chance anymore. Since after this game, the Lions' chances go from 16% to now 0. Just absolutely pathetic, embarrassing game by the Lions. Just nothing went right in this game. Like, the only thing that went right was defense. Defense did everything in their power to win this game for the Lions. Offense chose to not show up. Like, I'll say this, you're not going to win many games in this league when you turn the ball over 6 goddamn times. 6 times. That is beyond unacceptable. Especially when 4 of those were fumbles, 2 of them with Gibbs getting the ball punched out of his hands, and then the other 2 being golf strip sacked. Just absolutely embarrassing. Like I said coming into the week, you couldn't underestimate the Vikings just because they're eliminated. Like I said coming in, you can never underestimate a team that's eliminated. Because I said coming in, the Vikings are gonna be a very dangerous team coming in. Because the Vikings came in with nothing to lose. A team with nothing to lose is very dangerous. And I think the Vikings defense speaks for itself on that. And also at the same time, as much as I don't like the Vikings, I'll give Vikings fans kudos. And I'll give the Vikings kudos as well. You know, your defense balled out. Great job. Great game out of you guys. You played well. And also good on the Vikings for winning and not tanking. Good on you for not doing that. Glad you won. Glad you won to shut those tank nerds up. Because you want to set a culture in this league, you don't set it by losing for draft position on purpose. You set it by winning games. You want to change the conversation in the media? Win some games. Simple as that. Just like the defense balled out, the offense didn't get the memo. Especially considering that, you know, Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra all complained all week about playing on Christmas because the Lions already play on Thanksgiving. Well, keep in mind, coming into the year, we thought we were getting Jared Goff versus J.J. McCarthy on Christmas, which would have been a good TV ratings matchup. But then McCarthy went down, and both teams fell off a cliff. Which is what we got the game that we got today. Like, this was mainly a defensive battle throughout much of this game. Like, even though the Lions' defense got no turnovers, they played their ass off to... I mean, also helped too when Max Brausmer was complete dog shit in this game. Like, he was literally the worst QB I think I've ever seen in my entire life. He played like absolute ass. Like, literally the Vikings' entire offense was literally the run game. That was literally it. Especially with Jordan Addison's 65-yard run to call a game on the Lions season. Just... yeah, everything that could go wrong in this game went wrong. You know, defense played hard. Offense chose not to show up. Just, you know, honestly a fitting way for the Lions season to pretty much end an week early. Because, yeah, with this loss to Minnesota, the delusion is no longer there. Because with this, Detroit, in 1 year, they go from 15-2 in the 1 seed to not even making the playoffs, as now they have officially been eliminated. And Lions fans, you can complain a bitch about the refs all you want and even throw billboards up. At the end of the day, Lions had 16 games to not put themselves in that position, and they didn't take advantage of it.
Detroit Lions eliminated.
And also with this loss, this officially means that the Green Bay Packers will be getting that 7th and final spot in the NFC playoffs, meaning the only spot left is the NFC South. So now Green Bay's one step closer to completing that 27 Jordan Love prophecy. Green Bay really backed their way into a third straight franchise quarterback, didn't they? God help us all. But yeah, back to the Lions. Like, the main things that really changed this team was, the two things that led to this collapse from the Lions this year was losing both coordinators in the offseason, and then losing Frank Ragnow to retirement in the offseason, and then losing him again when he tried to come back only to find out he was not cleared because he had a grade 3 hamstring tear. Just, like, the interior O-line was so complete dog shit. Let's get one thing clear. No, the Lions do not miss Ben Johnson. The Lions miss good interior O-line play. Because without the interior O-line, the Lions could not do what they've done the last couple years. Like this, the way this interior O-line has been shot down, it's made this offense a complete shell of themselves. Just, yeah, I think interior O-line needs to be the biggest thing the Lions need to address in the offseason. They definitely need to get a center and a guard. Like, they need to address, the O-line needs a massive overhaul. Like, the only two things on this O-line that were good this year were Penei Sewell and Tate Ratledge. I liked what I seen out of rookie Tate Ratledge. He's definitely going to have a bright future, too. But the rest of that O-line, from center to the left side of the line, needs to be overhauled because there's a chance Taylor Decker might hang it up at the end of the year. Like, I don't know if Taylor Decker comes back another year or not. And then defensively, we definitely need to get some depth in secondary. And we definitely need to get another edge rusher in free agency. Yeah, I don't know, whether we can get Trey Hendrickson or not, it really depends on if we have the cap space to do it. Because let's be honest, we already know Trey Hendrickson's not going to be back with Cincinnati. They're not going to franchise tag him because Mike Brown's too cheap to pay for him. Like the most he could give him was a 1-year deal. That tells you everything you need to know there. Like, definitely the defense needs an overhaul. Like, literally the defense is just Aiden Hutchinson and Jack Campbell. And maybe an occasional Lee McNeil here or there. Like, the secondary needs a definite overhaul. Because there's no clear way to know if Jeremy Joseph and Brian Branch will be the same players when they come back from their respective injuries. Just, like, honestly, I don't really blame Shepard too much. I mean, no other coordinator could succeed with how depleted the secondary was. Like, honestly, in terms of Kelvin Shepard, he gets a pass this year. Plus, it's his first year, and I don't really want to get rid of a coordinator after 1 year. Like, that's not enough time to really prove yourself. But John Moore definitely can go get gone out of the after here. Like, I think it's definitely that Moore's going to be gone. We definitely need to get another offensive coordinator that can actually call plays and be creative on offense. And actually utilize the talent on this offense. Because let's be honest, with how much talent the Lions have on offense, you know, from Goff to Gibbs to Montgomery to Amon-Ra to J-Mo to Tesla and even Laporta when he was healthy, there's no way the Lions should be in this position. But that's how much a difference 1 year can make in this league. It also makes me wonder if 2023 truly was this team's only shot. And that's why I took that 2023 NFC Championship game loss hard. Because like I said, yeah, 2023 was a good season, but at the same time, you can't blow opportunities like that because you never know if you're going to get another chance like that again. I mean, yeah, it's pretty soft, it's pretty confident at the time to say they'll be back, but you never truly know that until you truly get back there. Because it's one thing to get to the NFC title game. It's a whole other thing to get back there. But yeah, just a very disappointing season. And in terms of if I give this season a pass or a fail grade, it's pretty obvious what the grade is. What in your right mind will make you think this was a pass year? This was definitely an automatic failure. Because the expectation was Super Bowl coming in. And the Lions didn't even come remotely close to that. So, automatic failure season. Just pretty fucking disappointing. And let's be honest, it had this collapse had nothing to do with Amon-Ra doing the Trumpy Dumpy. Although a lot of people are going to use that as a scapegoat thing. Because the Lions' inconsistency issues were an issue well before Amon-Ra did the Trumpy Dumpy. And let's be honest, everyone complained about that wouldn't be saying shit if it was a Joe Biden or Kamala Harris dance. So let's just get that out of the way quick. Like, I'll be honest, for the Lions season, that loss to the Chiefs was really the turning point of this season, because that's really where the Lions' inconsistency started, was that game to the Chiefs. Lions were never the same team after that. Because before that Chiefs game, the Lions were 4-1. Since then, the Lions have gone 4-7 since that Chiefs game. So yeah, pretty hard, but pretty embarrassing collapse there. Just pretty hard. You know, the kneecaps definitely got chewed up. But yeah, definitely, that's going to be one long-ass off-season. And honestly, I'm not just ready to discuss anything about Campbell or Holmes yet. They haven't done enough to possibly make me consider a change. But definitely, Campbell and Holmes definitely need to take a long look in the mirror at how they're doing things and realize the error of their ways and to fix the issues. I definitely think they deserve one more season to try and fix the mess here. And they better fix it fast. Because I don't think Sheila's going to tolerate this much longer. Like, if these issues pop up again next year, then there's a chance that Combs or Campbell could be on the hot seat. Like, this offseason is really going to determine how much they are on that hot seat, for sure. Especially if Sheila Ford Hamp has a zero tolerance policy on this crap. But yeah, definitely going to be a long offseason, but honestly, I think it's honestly a good thing the Lions missed the playoffs this year, because this team was way too inconsistent, and they weren't going to do anything in the playoffs. They were probably going to get in the first round and get blown out in the wild card round by 20 points. And let's be honest, if you get blown out in the wild card round by 20 points, did you truly make the playoffs? Like, I know the record book says you did, but do you truly feel like you did? Because the record saying you did is one thing. Feeling like you did make it or not is a whole totally different can of worms. But, yeah. Like I said before, it's not worth making the playoffs unless you're actually going to fucking do something. And this team wasn't going to do jack shit in the playoffs. Plus, this team definitely needs to make a lot of changes. Overall, it needs a massive overhaul, and the only way they were going to possibly make those changes is missing the playoffs. And that's what happened. Like, honestly, you can say whatever, Mark Holmes can say whatever he wants with his arrogance and all that. Here's the thing. That arrogance can only be justified if you win a Super Bowl. And so far, the Lions might be the furthest away from it. Like, it's kind of crazy how in 1 year, the Lions have fallen down the totem pole now to behind the Pistons and the Red Wings, because the Wings are looking hot right now. And the Pistons are one of the top teams in the NBA right now. Hell, the Pistons could gain some ground in a couple days, since the Thunder did lose to San Antonio twice in the last couple days. So, yeah. So, yeah, I definitely got to thank Mark Laveris for beating the Thunder, even though, really, I don't really care about that. Because I know he'll mention that for sure. But I don't really care about that. I'm not focused on them. I'm more focused on the other teams in the Eastern Conference, like the Knicks and all that, this year in terms of NBA. Also, speaking of that, let's be honest. You all can bitch and complain about NFL on Christmas all you want. It's here to stay. Especially since the NFL crushed the shit out of the NBA in the ratings last year. Because let's be honest, the NFL only has these games on Christmas just for the TV money. In the NFL's never-ending quest for the almighty dollar. Yeah, you can bitch and complain all you want. We're all still gonna be watching anyway because we're all addicted to it. Sadly, pathetically addicted to it. And listen, everyone can complain all you want. I already know most of us will be watching the Lions against the Bears to wrap up the season next week. Even if the Lions got nothing to play for. I'll still watch anyway. Because the Bears might have something to play for depending on what happens between Green Bay and Baltimore and Chicago, San Francisco this week. But yeah, just pretty embarrassing way for the Lions season to end. A team that looked pretty dominant the last couple years, now this year turned into complete goop. Just not much to say. Anyway, hope everyone has a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you all later. I'm out.